Hi friends, this is your friend Jay Madhav. I want to talk today about what some failures are, a specific failure rather, that a lot of you entrepreneurs are facing. And what that is you're not tracking marketing progress and results. In my field of digital marketing, it is very sophisticated today compared to 5 or 10 years ago. Certainly when I started 10, 12 years ago, by comparison is very downright rudimentary. What data we had access to, analytics and so on and so forth. Today, you have an abundant amount of data that you have access to that will tell you how customers find you. How do they search on the internet to find you? What keywords do they use? What keywords and phrases are relevant for the nature of your business and service and the products that you sell? A lot of the assumptions that you have on what customers know about your business or how they find about your business are 75%, I guarantee you, incorrect. And this may be a business that you've been in for 30 years. Guarantee you think you know your consumer behavior habits better than what they actually are. When I come in as a consultant, it's one of the things that I do. Any analysis that I do up front, as when we look at what are your consumer demographics and psychographics, you better know clearly what they are. What is a typical customer for you? What are the habits and buying natures of a customer for you? Okay, if you don't understand your customer, well, how the fuck are you supposed to market to a customer that you don't know who they are on average, or what groups and silos they fit into, and personality types and decision-making factors? And so how are you supposed to market to these individuals if you don't know this? It's fundamental. A lot of you don't know it. But the point of it is that's okay, because as a professional, whether it's me or it's someone else, or you want to go off and learn this on your own, there are analytics that will reveal all of this data to you. So the field of marketing and advertising is very strategic and very data-driven these days. If you're not looking at the data, you cannot make sound business decisions. It's as simple as that. And what you end up doing is you end up making stupid marketing decisions that are pulled out of your ass. They're not based on relevant data. One of the things data determines is what you should be doing. What activities should you be doing? What are the marketing next steps for you? Where should you be investing? The data, if you're looking at it and interpreting it correctly, helps illuminate that for you. And again, I'm an expert in this field, so this is what I do as a consultant when I come in and do the work. But if you want to learn how to do this yourself, you can invest the time and learn how to do this yourself. But make sure you have access to data. 2, you know what data to focus on and what is noise that's not information that's needed for making marketing decisions, and there will be some component of that you can filter out. And then 3, you better be making some strategic choices on how to game plan your marketing strategy based on that data that you've looked at and interpreted. And that will give you a clearer picture of who your customers are, how they find you, how they could be finding you that they're not today because you're not visible there. So that helps you come up with a list of action items to add to your marketing to-do list. What are the demographics? What are the consumer behavior patterns? And and look at what your competitors are doing. How they're succeeding or not succeeding on activities that they're doing. Analyze that as well and factor that into your marketing and strategy and process and methodology. But I see too many entrepreneurs just doing things ad hoc. Well, let's do this. Let's market here. Let's put an ad here. Let's put a posting here. Let's put a listing here. Let's get in this directory here. Let's do this radio ad. Let's do this billboard ad. Where the fuck are you coming up with these ideas and then being surprised you're not going to get a return on that investment? Okay? It's not a guessing game. It's not a guessing game. It's a game of strategy. Okay? Executing in the correct way and form, strategically, based on decisions you've made from data that you've looked at. Okay? I'll repeat that. These are strategic business decisions. It's not ad hoc guessing at, well, I think this will work, I think that'll work. A marketing professional like myself doesn't come in and go, well, let's try this. Oh, that didn't work. Okay, as well as we thought. Well, let's try this. Well, how about this? Well, how about that? Look how many precious resources and dollars you're wasting with that kind of a ridiculous approach. The data is there to tell you what to do, who are your customers, and how they can find you. And based on that, what you should be doing. No company that I've ever worked with in the last 12 years, and I've worked with companies that spend millions and millions of dollars just on internet marketing, forget about the entire marketing budget per year, and cover states, have presence in numerous states. Actually, let me correct that. I have customers that are global, so they do business in numerous countries. Okay, so that's taking things on a totally different scale. But the point of it is, you can sit there and come up with a list of everything that you'd like to do in terms of marketing activities. There ain't no business out there that has unlimited resources to go through that entire list and do all of those. So what you do is you have to start picking and choosing. You've looked at the data, hopefully, and based on that you start picking and choosing what are the 2 or 3 or 4 things I'm going to do this quarter or this year because I think I can afford to do it, and I'm going to get the highest return on my investment to do it. Now, once you've done those activities and you've generated return and revenue, you can start going a little further down that list, that inventory of marketing activities, and now look for additional things that you can add in marketing activities, that is, and places to advertise and post and do media buying and infographic and image uploading and social media leveraging and so on and so forth, based on now you have more revenue coming in, so we have a little more to put aside to spend on that. First of all, activities you've already done that are working. If they aren't working and you've given it a period of time to determine that it's not working, generating a return you think that it should, discontinue it, take those dollars, keep that in your marketing budget, and now put that into a different activity. Okay? So sometimes it's not always a matter of your revenues more now than it was a year ago, so you can go increase your marketing budget. Sometimes it's a matter of assessing what's been working well and what's been working subpar level, but that you think you could invest in a different type of activity that would generate a higher return, and just shifting those dollars over just to have a little better control and isolation of your marketing budget. Okay? So the point of this is it's strategic data-driven process. It's not guessing. It's not ad hoc. It's not making things up. If you're doing that, you really don't know how to run a business. You can know how to deliver the product or service. You know how to be an attorney or an accountant or a plumber, or how to create these widgets or these customized t-shirts or whatever it is that you offer in terms of your product or service. But you don't know how to run a profitable business because you don't know how to get customers, to acquire customers for your product or service, and acquire them at a reasonable acquisition cost, whereby it becomes profitable, where those marketing investments become profitable for you because you've generated a significant return on the investment. Jay Madhav, Thanks for listening.